Hey guys, and welcome back to You Know What It Is. You've always known what it is. I've always been here. I've just been on a break because mental health, the things that everyone knows about, that's what I've been dealing with. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, really? I am this person, authentic, upbeat, creative and stuff, but I can't always be this way. And it is such a large percentage of myself. So if someone shoots an arrow and hits me down, it's gonna knock most of me. Does that make sense? Well, anyway, guys, how are you doing, man? It's been a little while. It's been a hot minute since I've added onto my Talvin Talks. Now, you know, on my social media, I've been putting stuff out on, you know, my poetry, my creativity. There's other things coming, as I keep saying, but each time a little more is revealed to you and yours. But anyway, guys, how have you been, man? It's been a little while, and you know, I've taken time to regroup myself, and this is so spontaneous you wouldn't believe. I was ready moments ago, but I stopped myself moments before I did anything because I wanted it to be authentic and genuinely myself, and I needed to make sure it was the right time, right place for everything, because everyone's got a platform, everyone wants to speak, do you know what I'm saying? And I get that, that's fine, no problem. But what are you saying? What are you telling people? What is your message? Now, I sing, songwrite, act, entertain, and now I'm getting my, what's the word? I was gonna say QI, but IQ, academic sort of side together, if that makes sense, because it will reboot and revamp my kind of artistry. Oh my gosh, Paul's on show. But anyway, enough said about that. I've been working out, looking after myself, dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm drinking kale. Please check kale out. It's called curly kale.
And just to let you know that, guys, it has plenty of properties, I'm telling you, plenty of iron, potassium, all the stuff, the vitamins, all the stuff you need for your body to bloody work. And honestly, literally, it's like I paid 75p from Sainsbury's and it works, and all the information is there on Google. Go check it out, it definitely works. Proof is in the pudding.
It has omega-6, it has vitamin E, vitamin C, and a lot of nutriments that can definitely benefit your body. Check it out. I'm not here promoting or getting paid for that. I'm telling you what I'm drinking, and I'll document more of it along the way. I've been using my pull-up bar. I've been incorporating different workouts each week for the last few months, as well as going alongside therapy. Do you know what I mean? And everyone can kind of do that. Everyone understands that. But yeah, it's still taboo. Okay, yet mental health is all over the place.
Message!
Anyway, what I'm here to speak about with you guys is my own personal experience. I want to talk about straight men.
You lads.
Okay, I want to talk about straight men. Now, I look quite androgynous, so, you know, there's a bit of feminine and masculine, and also my character and just naturally. So I get that I will attract men and women, okay. But for me, because I'm super insecure in all the adversities which I'd mentioned prior and stuff like that, my insecurity leaves me with a good foundation of you've got to want all of me or none of me at all. And that doesn't mean that I'm looking for Mr. Perfect. It's usually being with people who I don't think, and other people have mentioned, don't deserve my time. So it's just been that way. And that's cool, that's fine. But my issue now is, I'd rather not be someone's experiment. This is just me personally. I'd rather not be anyone's experiment. I don't want to be anyone's down low part-time, because that ruins so much, just as much in the straight world, right? If you got a relationship and you got a girl, a prostitute, sleeping with a married guy, you know, you kind of weigh up who's in the wrong mall here. So now for me personally, not comparing my lifestyle to being a prostitute or not judging prostitutes, what is wrong with that? And we call them ladies of the night, but you get gentlemen of the night. Yeah, and we're going to speak on that at some point too. So yeah, I don't want to be ruining anyone's situation because I don't want them ruining mine. Does that make sense? And my conviction is
He's manscaping.
You see, sorry, I got distracted. There was a guy walking, You see, I can look and everything like that, but I know there's a category of do you want me that protects me. But there are some people that don't have that, so let me talk. Anyway, on a straight terminology, you look into the gay world and it's all, we're all hairdressers, we're all entertainers and fun people and gay, and we all can be because we've expressed pain and we want to let go, just like minorities, and that's where the relation comes into it. Does that make sense? Which is, I don't understand what the clash is about. And on those insecurities, we tend to settle for what we can get. And there's some gay guys out there that are sleeping with straight men and chasing only straight men, because I think it's a gathering of your fetishism from when you were a child. And I'm being serious because I'm talking my own experience and what I think. I'm not saying I know, and every circumstance is absolutely different, and I get that. But here's my personal experience. When I was a teenager, being out was not the thing, but it was my thing because it was a part of me. So I took that role on at 14, and this was 2004, 5. So whilst everyone was understanding somewhat, it was on TV, we were still queer eye for the straight guy, queer as folk, or some kind of additional extra in something that was a character and had to represent. As I keep saying, just like minority, like dark-skinned people, how much are we represented? And yet, especially black. So when it's our time to shine, we're marginalized, judged by our own community, and also have to represent in a positive light, because that little piece of moment that we get, why we're gonna exactly like show the worst, because no one wants us, and we have to prove. That got me by. Don't get it twisted, that got me by. But I wanted love, I wanted somebody to hold me, I wanted all the things that the girls would have, but for me. And I didn't necessarily look for a straight man. I was looking for a guy. That's what I was attracted to. I wanted all that a straight person would have, but in the form of me. And there were times, yes, I did desire to be a girl. Had my moments where I came out at 14, I was overly expressive. Extensions, weaves, all the lot. I was even in a girl group where we had our own rings and stuff. Not this ring. Do you like the ring, by the way? And there's the rest. Like I don't like them. There's the rest. And I had my moments, but I expressed myself, and I suppose at that point, there were moments I thought that to get what I wanted, I'd have to be a girl, and I'd be over effeminate. I just had my experience, but I'm so proud of being a man, and I always knew that. But the compromise to get what I wanted, I get it. And those are traumas that link in, because as I mentioned in previous videos, I got sent a Valentine's card and it was a prank. And what that meant to me was the way of the world, because at that point I had stuff going on at home. No one was listening to me. That was something I was adhering to, and it kind of stuck with me in adulthood, which is why I just kind of chased for Prince Charming whilst also being Prince Charming. So doing too much and settling for anything. That adheres to what I was saying.
A break.
So that adheres to what I was saying. I would go out in the clubs, guys will be there hitting on me because I look a particular way, and they're apparently straight. Now for me, I'm too insecure for that. But there are gay guys that are chasing that down in the toilet, that addiction.
And you know who you are.
The straight man. So much so, you have people like...
We've seen the DM, he's had over £750,000 in bank transfers in the last 12 months without doing anything. It's like the fact that they know we're not gay, they just love straight males. My favourite sugar daddies, you've got 2 Wall Street brokers actually from New York, a royal family member in one of the Arab countries. The other one is a multi-millionaire and he works in the weed business, a big agent in Los Angeles, and he has like personally flown me out to LA. Every single one of them are dying and wants me to fuck them. I just tease along with them and play it. It's like a game of cat and mouse. Like they know they're never going to get it, but they just can't get over it.
Is that what you want, my people? Is that what you want, lads? Come on, man. I'm talking to you gay guys here. Is that what you want? Because that don't validate anything. And then what do you want? You just see the gay world as sex. And usually gay guys like you that only chase after straight men and straight dick tend to not like your own community, but yet you still want sex.
Totally.
So that keeps the category of straight men understanding that it's just a sexual game. I'm not representing that as nice as you see me putting together here, as sexually ambiguous as I may come across. It's my expression from being bullied as a fat kid, which we all can relate to, girls, guys, straight, gay, everyone. Being told I'm not attractive enough because of my skin colour, I'm sure a lot of dark-skinned people can relate to. Having unusual eyes and being mixed a certain way, you know, people don't get me, so they've put me in their own box, and usually it's not very nice, so I get it. And then if you're just thinking about it sexually, you're not going to take our gay life seriously. Do you know what I mean? And this is making me sick. I'm tired of that. Because when I first got my magazine, I didn't expect it to be the 2 white guys. No offense, I'm being honest. There's only just come representation now in mainstream life, let alone in the subcategories and in the gay world. Talking in particular right now. of adding in the browns. You mix the Oriental with the blacks and some of any other together. What is this Barbie? I had those Barbies, by the way, the mixed and black ones. They were my faves. I like it. I love my whites too. I like them all together. Yeah, and I did not expect there to be two white muscly men standing there in underwear, and all I had was a gay sex line to contact at the end of that. This is like 2004-5. Now things have changed now, but it's still governed in the same way. In fact, the sexual side has grown. Now what is wrong with finding a magazine with two hands holding in the sunlight, two men? Can we not represent that?
Come on.
Because what I see now is just the sexualization. So the straight men just see it like that. So then when it comes to sex, because as men, we think about sex in a different particular way. We're attracted, visual. So in that category, if you get effeminate or androgynous looking gay men, there's a temptation thereof. But gay guys, you gotta say no. And you gotta say no because the straight man is looking out for you and chasing you. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's like the taboo because it makes you validated as he's choosing you over a woman, a different species. Wow. Or you might be the only one, so you're special. Oh, wow. Things like that, it doesn't validate. In fact, it causes problems in our community because it leaves the door open for this perverted secrecy, to which you get DL, down low, if you don't know, if you're a straight person watching, down low gay guys. I'm sorry, straight guys. You do get down low gay guys who, whatever, that's a different story. But down low straight guys meeting their requirements, you know, and not taking the validation of the person they're sleeping with, which is another man, in general, regardless of the category, not taking their validation seriously, then that person feels validated for a moment, because in our community, it's big. If you were born a male, you feel that way. I'm talking to those who do. You feel everything from that, and it boosts you, and you take it back into your own community, and it's just a form of acceptance. It's just like when a black guy says, "Oh, you cool man," and firms you in the street. Excuse me. Because black people, we stereotype into a position of gay hate. Please. So that gives validation. It's just like when a straight guy does that, but it doesn't work, it doesn't validate. Do you know how many gay guys are out there who look straight, act straight, masculine, and all the alpha situations that you desire, and you can get that whether you're in a trans category? Because look what's happened so far. These straight men who are confused have attacked you, put you down, run you down, and in the gay community, the bottoms or verses, or you know, even some tops who like turning straight men, and we'll talk about those categories if you don't know what they are. But you know, I'm sure you do know what they are. You're understanding what I'm saying. Chase after the idea of straight men, but the joke is always on us. So then you're disrespecting your own community by making you feel you're not enough. Now, I've had my experience, and being a top is like an alpha, you know, masculine. You gotta be all like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and yeah, kind they all this and that. That's a stereotype of what I'm expected because of the hues of my skin. So to me, get sexual understanding, I've had to go there. I've had to go there, but I don't have to go there because I've had people that want me for all of me. So to you guys. Seriously, you think I'm fucking joking? Anyway, I need to stretch. Anyway, whoa, I'm crazy. How serious am I talking, guys? And you know it's needed. Look, you got straight men using us like it's nothing. I take my life, my gay life, very seriously. It's not all about sex. It's about who I love. So can we change the narrative a bit? Especially on Grindr, these dating apps, Plenty of Fish, all of them. I've been on all of them and I keep getting the same thing. Stereotyped to either be a BBC, you know what that is, or I look too effeminate. So what am I then? Am I supposed to be like, what's going on? And it's the fact of the thrill of the sex, and that is the thing that is diminishing your own brain and making you make decisions that's affecting everyone. Am I making sense? Stop it, take note, focus. And gay guys are not saying anything because they're scared to lose it. Love yourself. There's many of us to go around, and we're such good representations, and we need to change the platform and protect ourselves because we're getting raped, beat up, attacked, and labeled more often than not. In fact, so much so, we have this LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ category that seems to just spin in its own narrative. And when I speak to 95% of my community, they don't agree with what's been put out there and how it's coming across. Does that make sense? It's a bit stupid, I think. So, as I was saying, it's the same with women, okay? Because I have to find off women too, and they can get aggressive, and I've had sexual near enough attacks from women, and it's not being dealt with. And I think, you know what, let me start with my people, myself first, because no one's going to listen to me because they see a big, tall, dark guy that can handle himself. Well, let me tell you something I say time and time again. Listen to me. I'm a human being, I have all kinds of emotions, and I'm a bit of everything, and I do say it. So if you're not hearing me, you're obviously throwing me into a box that you understand, and I've explained to take me out of it, and you've not had the respect to pull me back out. Well, I say that just to say stop chasing straight guys. It don't do anything, don't validate. I've been insecure, I had straight guys around me that flirt with me. I've been so attracted. Don't get it twisted, but when I think to give in, I think of moments before, and I've had, say, about 5 experiences. See, I came out, I'm 33 now. I came out at 14, so go figure. We need to stop making it about sex. It's about being gay and proud. It's not all about a thong, it's not all about muscle. It's not about having a big backside and being twinky. In fact, stop being in competition with women, be in competition with us. If you like men, go for men, okay? If you like both, except you go for both and put yourself in that category. Don't say you're straight, and don't chase straight men, trans and bottom men and gay guys in general. Don't chase straight men. It does nothing for our community, and we have been fighting too hard while most of us, some have been handed an easy step into this gay world. Well, there's a lot of us that have been fighting, and I'm an 80s baby, and I'm a millennial, and I'm setting the bar for us as a people. We need a moral compass and a standard. We need dates, happiness, nice things, not everything sexualized, and not being in competition with women who we cannot compete with, who I love and I enjoy, but 2 different categories, right? We are not complete. We tend to look for what's missing in other people, and that can lead to intimate relationships, friendships, all things like that, and it doesn't benefit us. Start with us, and alongside this journey, I'm planning to walk that mile and represent. I found my niche, I found what it is. It's us. I'm glad to do it. Let's do it. Let's find out where we need to go, how we need to be. I'm going to engage more. I'm going to work for my community because I don't like the representation. It's wrong. In fact, so much so that, believe it or not, children are affected. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? And this is Talvin Talks. Hey, I talk about nice things, but let's talk about the real, and I do it in a nice way. Come on, be fair. Some people need a hand to hold, someone to listen to hold someone's hand, or for you to listen to them. And it all works out right. Or they need to be let go, and they'll come back in your own time. Breathe. Guys, I'm going to be with you a lot more. This is the starting of it. Welcome back to Talvin Talks.